Infiniti M45, 2008. Can't tell much from the video, but it smells good in here. Phone charger and the auxiliary cables back here. Armrest and a cubby to the back. That's my stuff back there. It's a car seat. Headphones with their velvet pouches. Remote. And these back here, the things in this cubby right here are for the screen up here, which functions, by the way. My daughter really loves that. I'll open it when I get a chance to. That's a view of the front. It's not dirty, but it's not exactly pristine, which you expect from a car that gets used, right? Car seat, or rather the seats, no cracks in the leather. Oh, it's loud. So you saw the condition of the back seats, impeccable. Front seats, pretty good. No cracks in the leather, no cuts, no nicks, you know. There's a beautiful thing about these seats, by the way. Headrest tilts. Stop that in the newer cars. Same thing here. Awesome seat, pretty good condition. Not too bad either. Steering wheel, pretty good. Let's pop the trunk and the hood. Take a look. Start with the back. Well, there's got stuff in here. It's a trunk, of course. But from what we can see, looks pretty good. Spare stuff is the jacks and all that. You've got this is where I keep the factory manual. Honestly, it's so far in the back because I use stuff online anyway. Car seat, first aid kit. There's not much frivolous stuff going on in the back. But there's your camera. What's there to show over here? Not much. Alright, pretty clean. Well, decently clean for whatever it is, right? Right at the top level. Well, the car's tilted a little bit. My driveway slanted a little, but still, I already know what to expect for oil level in this car, and it's not a bad consumer, is what I'd say, compared to other engines out there. Well, let's just peel the covers. Why not, huh? Well, I'll let that be. I'll get back to it later. But fluids are in good condition. Change that. Air filter's good. Changed that recently. Let's look at the battery. Nice interstate battery over there. Can't remember when it was bought, but I got it with a car. Brake fluid, decent level. Okay, gonna have to open this. Still have my hooks back here for a while, right? Open them a few times with the brake air filter. And this is just as easy as it takes to open this thing, by the way. Decent condition. This car has been taken care of. Had all the love in the world. And here's the coolant. Coolant is at the right level. That's where it's expected to be. When you run the car, it actually rises. When the car is warmed up, it rises to maximum level. So pretty clean in here. Power steering fluids at the right level and clean as well. Can't see much, but it's clean. Put this back. So that's it for the outside. Well, for the engine and stuff. Paint condition. Look at the headlights. That's what you see. No peel. Not too much fading or cracking. Right. No paint scratches to talk of, but it drives on the highway, so I've got a few pock marks here and there. You can see the white spots. Alright. Well, let's start it. First I'll roll up the windows. One touch everything. Everything's up. I've already shown a lot of videos of me driving, but I guess the only other thing I might want to show right now is the reverse feature. So, rear view camera, and if I tilt my window switch to the left, tilts down in reverse, bring it back up, tilt it to the right, tilt, bring it back to center. Works pretty well. For now, it's got, can't see that, but that's 154. Mileage at the moment, 154, 494. Alright, memory seating, which means I can mess with the steering wheel. Well, my seat, alright, I mean, whatever it takes, then I set number 1. And my seat's moving. I'll show it in a little more dramatic manner a little later. Everything works in here. I mean, have I set my 2,000? Nope. Yeah, 2,000 miles since I got my airbag worked on. Man, I drive a lot. I really drive a lot. 1 mile, that's just since I got my fuel. Which reminds me, I keep a book with my maintenance notes and basically fuel mileage and the big bookmarks are, you know, things like oil changes. I try to mark when I do those, and any issues I have. It's old school, but it works for me. I have to turn this off. Got, you know, so many different ways. Let's say media. There are different ways to play media. Right now it's on auxiliary, so I can play stuff from my phone using that aux cord I was showing back there, right? This one right here. You can play AM, FM, satellite radio, and you've got 3 presets over here. Well, the DVD player is in here. That's how I pick my stuff. What do we have here? Do we have a receiver? Not anymore. Nothing in the glove box. Only the trunk cancel switch over there. Then you've got, what else did I want to show? One of the few things. Of course, you've got destination, you know, map. Yeah, well, DVD player over there, you know. Then what else do we have under settings? You can change your audio settings, display, navigation, phone, clock, you know. That's what's under others. Comfort and convenience. That's where you change things like the headlights on display, intelligent key, and all that. Then I don't really mess with those. Voice recognition, language and units, I don't mess with those either. Info, they have your tap pressure, which is not going to show me anything till I start driving for a while. Trip computer, don't really use that much. Maintenance, yeah, I guess I turned them off, but because I just use my notebook to, you know, to record things, it's run quite a while. So I've put quite a lot of miles on this car since I got it. I can't remember what, and I suppose trying to remember what was oil filter, what was the third one supposed to be? Tires, can't remember. Then you know, fuel economy, I use that as well, not because I'm pinching miles or anything, but I just like to know how well the car is doing. If I suddenly start getting 10 miles per gallon, it's something I'd like to know. I just only use the top one for an estimate, but as I said, I use my notebook over here to actually calculate what I'm getting. So clock and all that, headlights all work. What else do we show? I've shown videos of how the intelligent cruise control works. So apart from the usual, these do tricks like can scoot forward about this much. That's about it. One of the nifty features of this car, right? Then open this, just one cubby though. Then here, glove box, trunk. Not too much in the way of storage really. Features that mine has, this is dimming, little dimmer switch. That's right, you already saw me operate the side mirrors. This is your headlights turn with the steering wheel. That's the simplest way to explain that. VDC, vehicle dynamic control, that just means your car tries to keep you on the straight and narrow path. Then here, lane departure warning, LDW right there. Lane departure warning, just to, as I said, using this camera, I show the cutout on the outside of the windshield, uses that camera to stay in the lane. Then there's a trunk switch over there. That's the key slot whenever your key fob dies. So check this out. One nifty thing I'm gonna do with the seats, right? So I already said I set my memory. Number one is my memory seat sitting position. So I'm gonna turn this. All right. Well, so this is what it looks like right now, right? I'm gonna mess with it as much as I can. Forward and up, and maybe tilt this forward just for effect. Tilt the steering wheel and in. Okay. Well, that wasn't dramatic enough, honestly. How about up and in? Okay, that's as far as it goes. I'm gonna lower the window. So look at that. That's how it looks like, right? So you can sync your keys to turn it off, lock it. Okay, so check that out, right? So you can sync your key such that when you use the unlock button right here, well, it's the second button, this one right here, use the unlock button, or you come up to the car and you push using the switch right here, right? So push, because I already set the memory. The steering wheel moves and the seat moves to where it needs to be as well. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, that's one of the features on how you link your key, you know, each key fob to the memory seats. So it's a cool feature. And oh, by the way, million ways to open the windows in your car. You've seen me operating from inside, but then the other thing you do is this. Just forward to lock, 1, 2, and hold. There you go. That raises all the windows. So that's locked. Right here. Okay, there you go. Then there you go. That opens it. So you should not get stranded if you forget, for whatever reason, to if your battery dies on your key fob. So you should be able to replace that and keep moving. Honestly, that's most of what I'd like to show about the car. If there are any questions about what could go on, no check engine lights, of course, pretty nice. It's a well-maintained car. Oh, one of the other common problems is check out for cracks on the dash. No cracks around any of the common areas. It's a really well-kept car. Dash and everything's looking good. It's a car, actually, the longer I keep it, the more I do to it, which is it's an interesting conundrum to be in, because then you get in a place where how much do I actually ask for the car? It's worth way more than I'm not competing. I usually say I'm not competing for prices with some of the cars out there. They don't have the features mine has, and can't really fight it. So one, that just tilts it. Hit it again. Opens all the way. Alright. Pretty good. I am very happy. Really happy with my car, my purchase. The wipers are set to auto right now, so watch what happens. I went out and got some water, so check this out. I'm standing on the wrong side, it's gonna hit me. There you go. Automatic, right? Come on, do it. Well, you get the point. It's automatic. And it's gonna keep going for a while. So that's how the front looks like. Those are the features. Automatic windshield wipers. Then you've got this, lane keep assist right here. This cutout. Come down here. See this window over here? This one here. This is for the intelligent cruise control. That's a sensor that gets you going. Then let's just walk around, show them the condition of the front. Let's look at the wheels. Alright. Okay, they're not, I wouldn't say impeccable, but look at that. Pretty good for what they are, for the mileage. The wheels have 150 something thousand miles on them, right? This one here is actually really good. Not a single nick on this one here. And they're all directional wheels, BF Goodrich in the rear. That's General Ultimax in the front. And usually I don't really try to use my tires as a selling point for any of the cars I try to sell, unless they're brand new tires, just because you should use your own discretion and get better tires, honestly. I feel like you're going to give me the same money whether I've got brand new tires or not. So here you go. Then here, this one's taking a little bit of a beating, and to be honest, I'm the one that did that. I just got in the car and I thought I'd turned well clear of every obstacle, but I got one of those bank ATM curbs. They're really tall curbs for one, and two, so narrow, huh? Why do they make them like that, right? So this is the car. I think the condition's pretty good. I can't complain much about it, right? So I've shown all the shots of the body, and body will be pretty lucky and also dishonest of me to say that it's perfect. So you guys have probably seen enough of my videos to know that I'm more of a mechanical guy, and you've seen my cars to know that I mean, I care just enough about these things, but I'm not too particular about cosmetics. You know, I mean, it's a nicely kept car. But so check this out. This is something even I noticed. It's a scratch over here. Where is it? You can barely see it. I mean, you can see it with your naked eye. This thing right here starts right here, ends about here. That's it. And this is on the deck lid, right? So you got that on the trunk. I can't even find a way to capture it. That's how, there you go, finally see it. So it's a scratch. It doesn't seem like it went beyond the clear coat, really. Oh yeah, so all I needed is a shadow. The darker the better, huh? There you go, there it is. So that's one of the only cosmetic issues I can talk about, in addition to the bumper. Everything else is pretty good. All right, let's get the lights on. So it's an auto right now, but let's, and I'll set this down here for now. And so you notice that when you turn on the lights, okay, fog lights off. So parking lights, and then right here, turn it off, turn it on another notch, nothing happens. But when I turn on the high beam, the fog lights, sorry, there your fog lights, and I use the fog lights to tell me when I turned on the entire car. So hazards. HIDs. It's a beautiful looking car, nice profile up front, you know. So back to auto, and turn off the, there you go. Then I think that should do it, you know. Should show what it is about the car I need to show. That just closed. So should see that. And there you have it. At 155,000 miles of this car. I should talk about this, by the way. So you got to hear the engine run. Hope it doesn't go beep, go honking on me. Nope, it's fine. Okay, at 155,000 miles on the body, I'm asking for 11,000 US dollars. It's 2018, and that's what I value my car at. It's a nice, well-maintained car. Suspension is good, engine is good. And talking about the engine, that's I'd say the biggest determinant of why I'm asking what I'm asking for the car. You can tell it's a new engine. You can't really see much from here, but you know, for serious potential buyers, I'll do that. I'll go in depth with the engine, and this is usually a sign that the engine has been replaced, by the way. I don't know if it's by design, but every single engine, every single M45 I worked on and ended up replacing the engine, that flap ended up being loose. And I did not do the engine on this car, by the way. I paid a premium for this car. The reason being that right before 100,000 miles, the engine was replaced with an Infiniti by Infiniti. So it's a factory, or it's an Infiniti blessed engine, factory original, brand new, everything looks good. And so the engine only has about 54 55,000 miles, so it's a pretty good engine, and you'll hear it. You know, I've done so much maintenance on the car. If you keep up with my videos, you'll be able to see that. I usually say everything, you know, people freaked out a little bit, said, well, why are you trying to sell this car? I thought you really liked it. Well, I really do, but maybe it's something broken in my system, but I do always, everything I have is for sale. I just gotta find the right buyer, which means at some point, which means pretty soon, I can't tell you when exactly, the M56 right here is gonna be for sale as well, you know. I just post things up for sale, just want different things. The reason I'll be selling the M56 is because I want a white one. I just always liked white cars. This one here, nothing wrong with it. As I said, it's just creating space to get new stuff. That's all it is, you know.